Okay, good afternoon, friends. Let me start the things, mm, proceedings. So, I have started the chapter pile foundation. In the beginning itself, I told you this is very, very, very important, and I would like to go as in detail as possible for at least this chapter. So, completion of this chapter means completion of syllabus. Rest of the chapters we can go a little bit fast also. It is not that much difficulty there, but the thing is here it is not that much. I mean, uh, detailed knowledge is needed here, and in most of the exams this is asked. So the main syllabus is in first unit it is bearing capacity, which I did, and in the second part it is second part it is pile foundation. As I told you, what is foundation? What is the necessity of foundation? Then there are two types of foundation. One is a shallow foundation, another is a deep foundation, and in deep foundation, we have taken the pile foundation. And afterwards, I told you what is pile foundation, why it is used, what are the circumstances under it is necessary. That is when upper soil is very weak and you have to transfer the load to a deeper strata, then this is preferred. So now when you want to avoid the non-uniform settlement, at that time also you have to use. And third is this pile foundation is also used to transfer the load through water. So water, this I told you. Apart from also many things, wherever in expensive soil, it is very much needed. Okay, like this I told you. So now coming to next part is classification of piles. Coming to next part is classification of piles. Classification of piles we do in three ways. Classification of piles we do it in three ways. First is first we do classification of piles by which, that is by function. What is the type of pile? What function it is doing? What is the function it is doing? Based on that, we classify the piles. Second one is which type of material you are using in the pile. What type of material is going to be used? Based on that one, we classify the pile. And third is how you are going to install the pile. What is the method you are adopting here? Based on that, the piles are classified. The piles are classified. Okay, so now coming to the first function type. So the piles are classified as end-bearing pile. End-bearing pile, as the name suggests itself, here load is transferred by the end of the pile. That is the bottom part of the pile. That is called end-bearing pile. And second is friction pile. So friction pile is pile where the surrounding soil is very weak, and the friction between the surface of the pile and soil will resist the force, downward force. Such piles are called friction piles. After friction pile, we studied about compaction piles. What are the compaction piles? Compaction piles are used in granular soils, and their main function is to increase the bearing capacity of the soil. Then we studied anchor piles. Anchor piles are used to hold the large waterfront structures. Just as an anchor, they act as an anchor, pile foundation. And next we studied tension piles. What happens in tension piles? The upward forces are resisted here. In all other piles, the load comes from the top and the downward forces are resisted. But in case of tension pile, upward forces are resisted. Then I told you about sheet piles. These are just like retaining wall. These are I mean constructed to hold the water. Running water is this. Then we studied about batter piles. This is the question commonly asked in the examination. The inclined piles, which take horizontal as well as inclined loads, are known as batter piles. Remember. Batter piles are the piles which take inclined load as well as horizontal loads. Then we studied about fender piles. Then we studied about fender piles. Fender means abrasion, जो एक दूसरे के टकराते. To stop that one, the fender piles are constructed. Then laterally loaded piles or horizontal piles also are there. So these are the different types of piles based on that function we have studied. Based on that function, what the particular type of pile is doing, what is its main objective? What is its main objective? Based on that one, we study in detail the piles. We study in detail the piles. That is end bearing pile. Second is friction pile. Third is compaction pile. Then it is anchor pile. Then it is tension pile. Then sheet piles. Got it? Then batter piles, after sheet piles, then fender piles, then laterally loaded piles. Laterally loaded piles. So these are the different piles based on their functions. Based on the function. Okay. So now the next is now classifications based on the material. Classifications based on the material. Material means what type of material you are using to construct a pile. किस type का pile? But most of the times it is made up of concrete only. But sometimes timber piles also used, steel piles also used. Concrete pile is a common one. Then composite pile. Composite pile means timber plus steel or steel plus concrete. This is the generally we take steel plus concrete. Such type piles are also used. Then plastic piles. So what are these notes I will provide you? What are timber piles in detail you study? How it is designed? What are its special characteristics? Then steel piles are divided according to their shape as H piles, box piles, screw piles, steel pipe piles like this. And what are the advantages of steel piles? What are the advantages of steel piles? What are the disadvantages of steel piles? Generally also you can write. Then concrete piles, concrete में फिर precast pile, pre-stressed pile, cast in situ piles. Cast in situ piles means wherever the site is there only the pile is prepared and installed. Okay, so like this, I won't go in detail about these all advantages, disadvantages, composite piles. Please you study yourself. Just go through the notes and note down the important points. And if you have any doubts, so you can ask. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Got it? So this is all about the piles based on the material. Piles based on the material. Now coming to next is next classification is piles are classified based on how you are going to install it. Piles are classified based on how you are going to install it. Suppose if you are whether you are driving the piles, these are called driven piles. So driven and cast in situ piles means of course they are driven, but they are manufactured there itself. They are produced there itself on the site. Then jagged piles, using the jacks, these piles are installed. And next is bored piles. Bored piles are generally used for cohesive, that is clay type soils, where it is easier to penetrate. Okay, so these are the different methods. And shell concrete, how these are driven. So how these are bored piles are, again there are two different types. Board piles are again two types are there: pressure piles, under-reamed piles, board compaction piles. Like this, you can take. You can see here. So this under-reamed type of pile is of very important. This is very important, and regarding this, we will study in detail. But remember, under-reamed piles are preferred. These are type of board piles. This is the common question. Many times I found this one. Okay, so I shared the MCQs of bearing capacity. Today I will share the MCQs of deep pile foundation. Today I will share the MCQs of pile foundation. Okay, so now what I was telling, that see, one notice is there for all both A and B sections. I have sent one link. Bagal madam has also sent. So please, whatever the activities you did, whether you have attended any conference, any sports meet, anything, any debate competition, essay competition, if you have gained some certificate, if you have published the paper, attended any international conference, whatever the extra activities you did, and if you have earned, some certificate, no, please, please, you send it to me, as well as you, that link is provided, no, you submit that your certificate in that link also. You submit in that one in your link also. This is the one notice. And second thing is, me and Bagal ma'am has asked you people to submit 1 minute videos. I am requesting so many girls, boys, कुछ boys के मेरे पास, boys को बताया मैं, Jadhav has did, RB has did, Rajesh Jadhav is there, of course, who has qualified GATE. So ऐसे लोग जो भी है, please 1 minute का एक वीडियो है, उसको बना के submit करो. So for the record sake, we want it. Again and again, I am requesting you, please do it. And second thing is, for record sake, we need it. And second thing is, we need it from your parents also, at least some parents. So those whose parents are leaders or teachers, lecturers, so doctors, such people, talk too much, leaders and teachers. If anybody's father is teacher or leader, please prepare 1 minute, help them. You call me, I will tell you what to do. So I want a few videos from your parents also. So for doing this, for submitting these, please help us. These are the things we need it for the NAC or NBA record. Okay, वो हम जाके कहीं बताने वाले नहीं है उसको. Just we keep it in the record. At least Prajakta Kale from my section. Okay, Sonali Patil has submitted from B section, but from my section, Prajakta Kale, then Snehal Raut, RV and Hanuman Jadhav. 4 students have submitted. Please, others also follow it, especially toppers. Lendway, then Monali. You people have to submit it compulsory. It is compulsory for you. So please submit it. Everything, every detail already I sent you. Okay, these are the notices. Now coming to the study. Now, for a particular field, how you are going to select a pile? For a particular field, how you are going to select a particular pile. So pile is selected based on several factors. Pile is selected based on several factors. First is what is the type of the structure and load it carries. मतलब क्या आप मॉल बना रहे, हॉस्पिटल बना रहे, स्टेडियम बना रहे, रोड बना रहे, what is the type of the structure and whatever the dead load and live loads are on it, and what the load it is going to transfer. What the load it is going to transfer. That we will take it. Second, location of the site, where the site is located. That also matters a lot. Based on that one, we support pile. Okay, का मराइन स्ट्रक्चर मतलब के पास है, या सी के पास है, रिवर के पास है, या सिटी में है, या मतलब ऐसी जगह है जहाँ वाटर टेबल बिल्कुल डाउन है. So that also matters a lot, where your site is located. Third is soil conditions and position of the water table. What is the soil condition? Whether it is dry or whether it is moist, all these conditions, and position of the water table, where the water table is located. This also matters a lot, where the water table is located. This also matters a lot. Then what is the required length and structural capability of the pile? Pile का length कितना है, structural capability कितना है. उसके बाद durability of the pile, and then economy. Economy in the sense how much money is needed. This, of course, this matters a lot. This matters a lot. Means how much we have to spend for a particular project. So these are all the basics of pile foundation. Remember, these are basics. These were not that much important when online offline exams used to be conducted, but as now the online exams are there, so all these things are very important for MCQs. So you follow whatever the things I am giving here. You notes देखो, वैसे MCQs में मैं भेज रहा हूँ आपको. Follow that also. Apart from that, it is not necessary that always the MCQs will be in the standard way. So ऐसा भी पूछ सकता है आपको. इसको भी देखो आप clear. Okay, इसको आप डिटेल में पढ़ो. You go through in detail and study detail. Next is I told you IS course on piles. This is not that much important. मतलब आपको तो मालूम ही है कि we use code for different designs because some specifications will be provided in the course while designing. So for pile, what are the cores we generally use? What are the cores generally we use? That is going to be followed here. That is going to be followed here. So these are the different cores. I think this much is not okay. Gaurav Tank, Mandar Misal. You people also send 1 minute videos. You take the help of RV or Hanuman and send me. Boys, Rajesh Jadhav, something, no? Who is that? Rajesh Jadhav. So please सब लोग एक वीडियो 1 मिनट का करके भेज दो. Okay. So now after this, I will go for a design part of pile foundation. How the pile is designed. ये बहुत important है. एक मैं ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं कर रहा था आपको. एक डिजाइन डिटेल में मैं समझा देता हूं आपको. Once you know this, means the rest of the things you can do it yourself. Of course, in this examination, as the examinations are MCQs, he may not ask you the detailed design, but you should know it. But you should know it. Okay, so after using different studied about the basic part of the pile foundation, now we will study how the load is transformed. How the load is transformed. How the load is transformed. What is the load transfer mechanism of? What is the load transfer mechanism of? What is the load transfer mechanism of pile? How the load in pile is transferred. तो सबसे पहले यहाँ पर देखो, this figure shows a single pile of uniform diameter D. This is a pile, diameter is D. No necessary that always it should be circular. It can be of any shape, but generally it is circular only. Its length is length. It is driven in a homogeneous mass of soil of known physical properties. Of course, a static vertical load is applied on the top. It is required to determine the ultimate bearing capacity QU of the pile. First I will read, then I will explain the things. When the ultimate load applied on the top of the pile QU, a part of the load is transmitted to the soil along the length of the pile. The balance is transmitted to the pile base. The load transferred to the soil along the length of the pile is called ultimate friction load or skin load. The transmitted to the base is called the base or point load. Okay, so leave it. So I will explain the things now. Please, this topic is very, 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 very important. You should know it. You should understand it. How the pile mechanism works. How the load is transferred in pile. देखिए ये है pile आपका. इसका length है L. इसका diameter है D. A pile is there whose length is how much? L, and whose diameter is D. Now a load is applied here. Of course, the load of superstructure will come. So this load is transferred to the soil in the foundation, isn't it? Our aim is to transfer the load of the superstructure to the soil. तो यहाँ पर भी हम वही काम कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हैं, हम इस पाइल के ऊपर ऊपर से लोड आता और उसको हमको नीचे ट्रांसफर करना है। नीचे ट्रांसफर करना है मतलब रेजिस्ट भी होता है, इस लोड को रेजिस्ट करना है। तो ये लोड को रेजिस्ट कैसा होता है, लोड कैसा ट्रांसफर होता है, देयर आर two ways. One is the load is transferred through the pile and it is resisted at the bottom of the pile, and such piles are called end bearing piles. This already I told you. Such piles are called end bearing piles, जहां पर बॉटम से आपके लोड को ट्रांसफर किया जाता है, जहां पर रेजिस्टेंस बॉटम ऑफ द पाइल रहता है, यहाँ पर रेजिस्टेंस जो रहता है आपका वो बॉटम ऑफ द लोड रहता. So such piles are called end bearing piles. So similarly, this load is transferred. This load is transferred through the base. End bearing piles में loads are transferred through the base. Through the base. In the similar way, the loads are transferred to the surface. The loads are transferred through the surface of the pile. The loads are transferred to the surface of the pile, and that is the friction between the soil and surface of the pile. Surface of the pile. So this load is resisted. So now total ultimate bearing capacity QU. Total ultimate bearing capacity QU is given by the sum of the load transmitted soil along the base. Transmitted base is called base point load. It is denoted by QUP. मतलब एंड बेरिंग पाइल का जो बेस से लोड ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, इट इज कॉल्ड QUP और समटाइम्स QPU आल्सो. Means the load resisted or load transferred through the base of the pile. Base of the pile. Similarly, the load is transferred through the sides along the length of the pile, through the sides of the pile. Such pile is called friction piles. Such is called ultimate friction load. Friction, so friction piles. So there it is denoted by QUS. This is denoted by QUS or sometimes simply QF. Sometimes simply QF. Therefore, ultimate bearing capacity Q is equal to ultimate bearing capacity Q is equal to QU is equal to QUP plus QUS. और QS को आप लिख सकते QF also. QF also. So total ultimate bearing capacity is equal to QUP plus QUS. This you should know. So whenever the pile is designed, so first you find QUP, then you find QUS, or this is also called as QF. Again and again I am telling you. So you add those three, so that is going to be the ultimate bearing capacity. That is going to be ultimate bearing capacity. Got the idea, please? आया समझ में सबको? So how the load is transferred in pile? So it is transferred by two ways. First is in the end of the pile, at the bottom of the pile. Such piles are called end bearing piles. It is the load is transferred. And second, that is denoted by QUP. That is denoted by QUP. And second is the load is transferred through the soil surface, and such piles are called friction piles. Such piles are called friction piles. Please, 1 minute time I will give you. You take down this figure and this, formula also. This is very important. And next we will go, what are the different methods of finding ultimate bearing capacity of a pile. You take down the figure, please. For 1 or 2 minute time I will give you. Okay. Now, shall I continue? Okay. So now it is clear that how the load is transferred in pile. Okay. Now our main aim is to design the pile. Design in the sense, what we have to do is, here we have to find ultimate bearing capacity of the pile. Here we have to find ultimate bearing pile capacity of a pile. Ultimate bearing capacity of a pile. So ultimate bearing capacity of a pile is here it is given. Little bit I will study, I will tell you, and then I will explain you in detail. Load carrying capacity of a single pile is controlled by the structural strength of the pile and the supporting strength of the soil, and smaller of the two should be used in design. Two things are there. One is structural strength of the pile, second supporting strength of the pile, and whatever is the less, that will design. The bearing capacity of a single pile generally depends on type of subsoil, type and dimension of the pile. Method of installation ये तो मैं आपको already बता चुका हूँ. Axial load form of pile is normally transmitted to skin friction along the shaft and end bearing at the tip. ये तो मालूम है आपको. Tip में end bearing रहता और along the skin is skin friction pipeline. Okay, so this nothing new is here. So now before starting this one, telling you in detail, one more thing I would like to tell you. There is or one pile or more piles are there. So behavior of pile when it is single is a little bit different from piles when they are in group. Pile when they are in group. So you have to check whether the pile is single or in group. Whatever the things we are studying now, we are studying is when the pile is in a pile is single. So what is the pile when in group? What happens? The things so that I will tell you afterwards. But now you should know what are the methods when it is single, when it is only one pile is there. So when one pile, अभी हम ग्रुप का बाद में पढ़ेंगे. हाँ, ये ग्रुप का भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दोनों का डिफरेंस क्या है? So ग्रुप का क्या है वो हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे. So now the thing is, when the pile is single, there are different methods. There are different methods when the pile is single, but basically 4 methods which we are going to follow. I will tell about here. Here it is clear given. The load carrying capacity of piles, the ultimate load capacity or ultimate bearing capacity or the ultimate bearing capacity QUP of a pile is defined as the maximum load which can be carried by the pile and at which the pile continues to sink without further increase of the load. Of course, the allowable load is equal to allowable load is equal to ultimate load divided by factor of safety. वो तो हम बाद में करेंगे. और दो फैक्टर्स यहाँ पर मैटर करते हैं. एक अल्टीमेट बेरिंग रेजिस्टेंस डिवाइडेड बाय सुपर फैक्ट्री, दूसरा परमिसिबल सेटलमेंट. लेकिन हम फर्स्ट पार्टी लेके चलते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू द बैक टू द पॉइंट वेयर आई वाज, कि हम अल्टीमेट बेरिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ द पाइल कैसा फाइंड आउट करते हैं. How we are going to find ultimate bearing capacity of the pile. Ultimate bearing capacity of the pile. So remember, ultimate bearing capacity of the pile in pile foundation can be found by 4 methods are there. याद रखो 4 methods. This is the important topic. इसके बाद उतना कोई important नहीं. So now 4 methods कौन कौन से हैं? First method is dynamic formulae. Dynamic pile formulas are there. By using those methods, we can find ultimate load bearing capacity. We can find ultimate load bearing capacity. Okay. So first is dynamic formula. As the name suggests, dynamic means here it is in movement. So the load are used when it is driving. The data is collected while driving the pile. Using that data, a formula has been prepared, and using that formula, so we can find the ultimate bearing capacity. We can find the ultimate bearing capacity. The first thing is, first method is dynamic formula. Dynamic formula. Okay. Second is static formula. Second is static formulae. Static formulae means what we do is total load is taken by load at the base of the pile or at the end of the pile or tip resistance or tip load plus the load carried by the side, that is the friction. The load carried, that is the friction. So by adding these two, we find the ultimate bearing capacity, and that method is called static method. That method is called static method. Okay, so one is first dynamic formulae, second is static method. Second is static method. Third is when load is there, just like a pile load, plate load test you did in bearing capacity. So one more load is here, and it is called a pile load test. Third is pile load test. Here it is given. First is dynamic formulae. First is dynamic formulae. Second is static formulae. Third is pile load test. And fourth is penetration tests. Fourth is penetration tests. So standard penetration test you did. So using such methods, we can find the ultimate or load bearing capacity of the pile. Once again, I remind you, load bearing capacity or ultimate bearing capacity of a pile is determined by four methods. First is dynamic formulae, second is static formulae, third is pile load test, fourth is penetration test. One by one, we will take after the break. Now you take a break for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, I will join. Okay, we will continue today and we will take what is a dynamic formulae. What is dynamic formulae? Okay, so now you can have a rest of 5 minutes.